Petroleum Waimate 50 Motorsport Festival features some big horsepower in the drifting demonstrations, the Sideways Smoke Show joining the packed entertainment lineup each Labour weekend. Two-time New Zealand champion Whainga Dan was back for another visit, this time showing off a new project, a 4-seater turbocharged Ford Falcon FG. Whainga wasn't the only one showing off a new car. Team Jenkins Motorsport bring the Toyota heat with their brand new 2JZ powered GT86s. From Turbo 6s to the big V8s, Rattler Motorsport brought their green machines for the weekend. Two-time New Zealand champ Kurt Whittaker getting an invitation to get back behind the wheel.
Oh, it's awesome. Look at it, event, they really put it on. Just the crowd interaction, the locals get out and support us, and it's a great atmosphere and just love being a part of it. Yeah, really enjoy being back behind the, behind the wheel, and having a blast.
The Rattler Motorsport team, along with their drivers Kurt Whittaker and Shane Allen, played a big part in this year's promotional build-up for the 2018 festival. A day out from the event, the iconic Port Loop Highway at Timaru's Caroline Bay was turned into a high-octane drifting stunt, where both Kurt and Shane unleashed their high-horsepower D1NZ Pro drift cars. This was a one-of-a-kind opportunity for the region and an epic way to start the 2018 Waimate 50 Motorsport Festival. Drifting has become a popular addition to the festival each year, and on Saturday night the annual North vs South Drift Challenge gets underway, where bragging rights are up for grabs. 8 drivers from the North Island go head-to-head with drivers from the South, featuring top stars of the D1NZ Drifting Championship and the local Drift South Series. Last year's winner Andrew Redwood was back in action, keen to be back amongst the unique atmosphere of the Waimate 50.
They're all getting out there, getting the lights and the cameras out, and screaming and yelling for their favorite drivers, so the organizers put on a hell of an event. I can see how it's so great because it probably wears them out for about 6 months afterwards. Circuit time attack thing that they have going on, the demonstrations, burnouts, drifting, it all just adds to it. You go out for a drink at the pub afterward and everyone's there, so yeah, it's cool.
The North vs South Drift Challenge is all about the fans. There's no judging team or officials, and the winner of each battle comes down to the crowd's vocal response. Boiling down to the quarterfinals was one of only 2 South Island drivers making the cut. Bradley Knight in his R32 Good Ride Skyline battling Ben Wilkinson from the north. While it may have been a good lead run, it was in the chase run where the R32 couldn't match the Pack and Save S15, Ben Wilkinson through to the semi-finals. It was a North Island matchup for Whainga Dan and Adam Davies, a battle between the Turbo 6 and the 13B rotary-powered 180SX. It was carnage with Whainga Dan's tow bar tearing the front end off Adam's car, Adam getting his revenge with a win through to the semi-finals. Troy Jenkins led out Kurt Whittaker for another North Island quarter-final, Whittaker getting it wrong in the chase, handing a big advantage to the Toyota's Galore GT86. The Mount Shock Falcon was hooked up for the second pass, but it wasn't enough for an aggressive chase run from Troy Jenkins through to the top 4. The final North vs South matchup came down to Brogan Mooney and Andrew Redwood. Brogan fresh from taking out the opening round of the Drift South 2018-19 season. It was a quick run from Redwood in his Nankang Tyres FC RX-7, and the defending Waimate 50 Drift champ was hunting down the RB30 powered S15 for a victory into the semi-finals. As the evening set in, the top 4 got underway with a Toyota vs Nissan battle. Troy Jenkins and his 2JZ GT86 putting in a quick run against Ben Wilkinson. The Pack and Save S15 couldn't fend off the 2JZ attack in the second pass. Wilkinson out and Jenkins through to the final. Semi-final number 2 was a face-off between the rotary-powered 180SX of Adam Davies and the V8-powered FC RX-7 of Andrew Redwood. There was plenty of limiter bash from Adam's rotary, but the 13B-powered 180 had to fend off an aggressive chase from the Nankang Tyres RX-7. The crowd loved the action and wanted to see it again, so the battle ended up going one more time. In the rerun, Andrew Redwood brought even more aggression with close proximity, but it was drama for Adam Davies. Thankfully, both drivers were okay, and Adam Davies was out of his car, but the 180SX was looking a little munted. With the cleanup underway, I caught a taxi ride with Fanger, and eventually we were back on track, with Ben Wilkinson grabbing 3rd place for the night. Unfortunately, the final battle of the night was also down to mechanical dramas, Troy Jenkins hitting the wall on entry, ending his night early.
Defending champion, 2-time champion.
Yeah, it's awesome to come back down here to Waimate. We had a hell of a time today. It's just really unfortunate we didn't get the battles in towards the end there with the crashes, but you know, it's wild down here and it's a pretty cool night. So yeah, guys just having some traction problems and power steering problems, but the fans here are awesome, and we're gonna do a hell of a skid.
Gonna do a hell of a skid.
So Andrew Redwood and his Mazda FC RX-7 taking the victory for 2018 and back-to-back bragging rights for the North vs South Drift Challenge. There's only one way to end the drift show, and that's with victory skids. A huge thank you to all our sponsors for the massive weekend. Without you guys, most of this wouldn't be possible. Stay tuned to the Waimate 50 Facebook page for more video action from the weekend, and we'll see you guys again in 2019 for the big one, the 60th anniversary of the Waimate 50 Motorsport Festival.